Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. I want to share with you a timeless truth. You see, there's a delicate balance between understanding and empowerment, between love and respect. And there are three things that a woman, in her wisdom and strength, must know to hide from a man. But don't mistake me. This is not about deceit. It's about preserving the integrity of who you are as a person. It's about understanding your value, your power, and your purpose. Number one, insecurities are a part of being human. They come in many forms, whether it's doubts about our abilities, our appearance, our choices, or our worth. But the key to living a fulfilled, empowered life is not allowing these insecurities to define us. As a woman, hiding your insecurities doesn't mean denying them, but rather taking steps to manage them and not allow them to influence how you show up in the world. It's about preserving your personal power, your sense of confidence, and your ability to achieve your goals without being weighed down by the things that hold you back. When you allow your insecurities to be visible to others, you run the risk of projecting weakness, uncertainty, and lack of confidence. This can cause others to see you as less capable, less worthy, or less deserving of success. But here's the truth: the world doesn't need to see your doubts. It needs to see your strength, your determination, and your capability. The most successful people, whether they're entrepreneurs, leaders, or just ordinary individuals working towards extraordinary things, understand this. They don't let their insecurities control their lives. Instead, they work through them, build themselves up, and learn how to project confidence even when they don't feel confident inside. The first step in hiding your insecurities is acknowledging them. You can't manage what you don't first recognize. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of judgment, or lack of belief in your own abilities, identifying these insecurities is the first step toward transforming them. Self-awareness is a powerful tool because it allows you to address the root causes of your insecurities. Once you're aware of the insecurities that you harbor, it's important to create a strategy to manage them. For example, if you feel insecure about your appearance, you can take steps to feel better about it, whether it's through self-care, exercise, or developing a style that makes you feel confident. But it's equally important to work on the mindset behind these insecurities. If you believe that your worth is tied to your appearance, that's something you need to address. The truth is, no matter how perfect we try to make ourselves on the outside, insecurities will persist if we don't heal the inner self. And that's what needs to be worked on. Another example, if you feel insecure about your career or your skills, the solution isn't to hide behind self-doubt, but to take action. Continue to educate yourself, seek out mentorship, and focus on developing the skills that will help you reach your goals. The more you improve yourself and your abilities, the less those insecurities will affect you. Over time, you'll realize that your insecurities are not a reflection of your true worth. They're simply obstacles you can overcome with time, effort, and perseverance. Managing insecurities also means taking control of your environment. You must surround yourself with people who believe in you, support you, and lift you up. People who constantly bring you down or reinforce your doubts will only intensify your insecurities. It's important to protect your energy and be selective about who you allow into your inner circle. The people you spend the most time with will influence your mindset, so make sure they're people who see your potential and encourage you to reach it. In this process of managing insecurities, it's also crucial to develop a mindset that values progress over perfection. Many insecurities stem from the belief that we must be perfect in every area of our lives. But the truth is, perfection is a myth. No one is perfect. Even the most successful people have flaws, but they've learned to manage those flaws and not let them hold them back. When you stop chasing perfection and start focusing on progress, you free yourself from the weight of insecurity. You give yourself permission to grow, to make mistakes, and to learn from them without feeling like a failure. Hiding your insecurities doesn't mean putting on a mask or pretending to be someone you're not. It means presenting yourself to the world in a way that shows your strengths and abilities, even if you're still working on overcoming certain doubts. It's It's about focusing on what you can control and putting your energy into creating the life you want, rather than getting stuck in negative thought patterns. One of the most powerful ways to manage your insecurities is to focus on your self-talk. The way you speak to yourself shapes the way you feel about yourself. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, or that you'll never reach your goals, those insecurities will take root in your subconscious mind. On the other hand, if you start to speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and belief, you begin to change your internal narrative. Over time, this positive self-talk can replace your insecurities with a sense of confidence and empowerment. Another aspect of hiding your insecurities is learning to embrace vulnerability in a healthy way. Vulnerability doesn't mean exposing every weakness to the world, but it does mean acknowledging your flaws and accepting them as part of who you are. When you can be vulnerable without letting it consume you, you create space for growth and healing. You allow yourself to be real, but you don't let those vulnerabilities define your value. You learn to be strong in spite of them. Finally, remember that insecurities often arise when we compare ourselves to others. This is a trap that many people fall into. It's easy to look at someone else's life and think that they have it all together, that they're more successful, more confident, or more capable. But the truth is, you have no idea what struggles that person is dealing with behind the scenes. Everyone has their own set of insecurities, their own battles. Comparing yourself to others only magnifies your doubts. Instead of focusing on what others are doing, focus on your own journey. Measure your success against your own progress, not against someone else's. In conclusion, hiding your insecurities isn't about pretending to be something you're not. It's about managing them, growing beyond them, and learning to present yourself in a way that empowers you to achieve your goals. Insecurities will always be a part of life, but they don't have to control you. You have the power to work through them, to build your confidence, and to show up in the world as the strong, capable woman you truly are. So don't let your insecurities hold you back. Recognize them, address them, and keep moving forward. The world needs you to step into your power, not hide behind your doubts. You have something valuable to offer. Don't let your insecurity stop you from sharing it with the world. Number 2, there is something deeply powerful about dreams and ambitions. They are the seeds of our future, the ideas and aspirations that fuel our motivation, creativity, and drive. However, as powerful as these dreams can be, there is a certain wisdom in hiding them until you are truly ready to share them with the world. This doesn't mean keeping your goals a secret or pretending that you don't have dreams. It simply means that there is a time for planting, nurturing, and cultivating these ambitions before they're exposed to the opinions, judgments, and reactions of others. There's a reason why successful people often talk about the importance of protecting their vision in the early stages. When you're still in the process of dreaming and planning, your goals are fragile. They haven't yet been tested in the real world, and they haven't gone through the trials and challenges that will ultimately define them. In the early days of pursuing your dreams, you need time to figure out your path, build your confidence, and prepare for the obstacles that will inevitably come your way. If you share your dreams too soon, before they've been solidified and protected, you risk them being shot down or discouraged by others. It's not uncommon for people to doubt or criticize others' dreams, especially when those dreams seem big or unattainable. The more people you tell about your dreams, the more opinions and perspectives you open yourself up to. Many of these opinions will come from people who are simply trying to protect you, who are concerned about your success, or who have their own fears and limitations. These opinions, no matter how well-meaning, can create doubt and confusion in your mind, especially if you aren't yet confident in your ability to achieve your dreams. You might start to second-guess yourself, question your plan, or even abandon your ambitions altogether. In the beginning stages of pursuing your goals, it is crucial to give yourself the space to dream without external interference. When you keep your ambitions to yourself, you preserve the purity of your vision. You give yourself the opportunity to build a clear and focused plan without the clutter of others' fears, doubts, or expectations. The less you expose your dreams to the judgment of others, the more likely you are to stay true to yourself and your vision. There's also the fact that not everyone will understand your dreams. Each person has their own experiences, limitations, and viewpoints that shape the way they see the world. What seems impossible or unreasonable to one person may seem entirely achievable to you. If you share your dreams too early with those who cannot see your potential or who are unable to see beyond their own fears, they may inadvertently discourage you, making you feel as though your goals are unrealistic or unattainable. You might hear things like, "That's not practical," or "You'll never be able to do that," which can be discouraging and disheartening when you're still in the early stages of building your dream. When you keep your dreams to yourself, you protect them from these negative influences. You allow your vision to grow in an environment where it's not subject to criticism or doubt. This gives you the freedom to dream without limitation, to imagine the possibilities without feeling restricted by the opinions of others. And when the time comes for you to share your vision, you'll be able to do so with confidence, knowing that you have built the foundation necessary to support it. Another important reason to keep your dreams and ambitions to yourself, at least initially, is that not everyone is trustworthy. Some people may pretend to be supportive, but in reality, they may not have your best interest at heart. There are those who might take your ideas and use them for their own benefit, or they may undermine your efforts behind your back. By keeping your dreams private, you protect yourself from the possibility of someone sabotaging your efforts or using your ideas against you. Not every person you encounter will be genuinely supportive of your success, and by keeping your ambitions to yourself, you maintain control over your own journey. It's also important to note that your dreams are yours. They are deeply personal, and no one else can truly understand them the way you do. When you share your dreams with others too early, you open yourself up to their interpretations, judgments, and expectations. While others may have valuable advice or insights, no one knows your heart, your true desires, and your vision better than you do. By waiting until you are ready to share your dreams, you give yourself the space to refine them and to ensure that they align with your true values and aspirations. It's essential to remain the primary architect of your dreams, even if you seek advice and input from others later on. Another reason to keep your ambitions hidden until you're ready to share them is the tendency for people to talk too much about their ideas without taking action. Have you ever met someone who talks endlessly about their big plans but never actually takes steps to achieve them? The more you talk about your dreams, the more it can create an illusion of progress. It can make you feel as though you've already accomplished something, even though you haven't taken the necessary steps to turn your vision into reality. This is dangerous because it can lead to complacency and procrastination. By keeping your dreams to yourself until you're ready to act, you avoid falling into this trap. You focus your energy on taking tangible steps toward your goals rather than spending time talking about them. When you're ready to share your dreams, you can do so with evidence of the work you've put in and the progress you've made. You can speak from a place of action rather than empty words, which will not only give your vision credibility, but will also inspire others to take you seriously. When you are finally ready to share your dreams and ambitions with others, it is crucial that you do so with confidence and conviction. At this point, you will have already laid the groundwork for your vision. You will have refined your ideas, built your strategy, and prepared yourself mentally and emotionally for the challenges ahead. This will allow you to present your dreams in a way that conveys your belief in them and in yourself. When you share your ambitions with others, you do so from a place of strength, knowing that you have already begun the journey toward making those dreams a reality. This is when you open yourself up to the possibility of collaboration, mentorship, and support from others who can help you bring your vision to life. By sharing your dreams at the right time, when you are truly prepared to act, you increase the likelihood of attracting the right people, resources, and opportunities to support your journey. In conclusion, hiding your dreams and ambitions until you're ready to share them is an act of self-preservation, protection, and preparation. By taking the time to refine your vision, build your plan, and strengthen your confidence, you ensure that your dreams are not easily swayed by the opinions of others. You give yourself the space to grow, to refine your ideas, and to take action before exposing your vision to the world. When the time comes to share your dreams, you'll do so with confidence, knowing that you've already laid the foundation necessary to turn your vision into a reality. So protect your dreams, nurture them, and share them only when you are truly ready to make them come to life. Number 3, vulnerability is often perceived as a weakness, something to be hidden or avoided at all costs. It's the part of us that exposes our fears, doubts, and uncertainties, and many of us are taught to shield it from the world. But vulnerability, when understood and managed correctly, is not a liability. It is a powerful tool for growth and connection. There is, however, a crucial distinction to be made. While you should hide your vulnerability in certain situations, you should never hide your heart. Your heart is the source of your strength, your compassion, and your ability to build meaningful relationships with others. The key is knowing when and where to show your vulnerability and when to protect it. Vulnerability is often misunderstood. It's seen as the part of ourselves that leaves us exposed to judgment, rejection, and criticism. The fear of being vulnerable can be so overwhelming that many people put up walls around their emotions to protect themselves. But here's the truth: vulnerability is not something to fear. It's an essential part of being human. And it's through vulnerability that we experience true connection with others. It's the moment when we allow ourselves to be seen as we truly are, without pretense or masks. However, being vulnerable doesn't mean we should reveal all our weaknesses and insecurities to everyone we meet. It's about knowing when and how to open up to the right people and in the right circumstances. One of the reasons why we often try to hide our vulnerability is the fear of judgment. We live in a world where perfection is celebrated and imperfection is criticized. From social media to workplace environments, there is an ever-present pressure to appear flawless, strong, and in control. Showing vulnerability in such an environment can feel like an act of exposure, something that could lead to rejection or ridicule. But the reality is that no one is perfect. Everyone has moments of weakness, self-doubt, and fear. It is through vulnerability that we connect with others on a deeper level, because it allows them to see us as real, authentic people. While it's important to embrace vulnerability as part of the human experience, it's also important to protect it. You don't have to share your deepest fears, insecurities, or struggles with everyone you meet. Vulnerability should be reserved for those who have earned your trust, who respect your emotions, and who have shown that they are capable of holding space for your feelings. Not everyone is equipped to handle your vulnerability with care. Some people may take advantage of your openness, use it against you, or judge you for it. This is why it's essential to be discerning about where and with whom you choose to share your vulnerabilities. This doesn't mean shutting yourself off from others completely. It simply means that you need to be mindful of who you open up to and when you do so. Vulnerability is most powerful when it's shared with those who will listen with compassion, empathy, and understanding. When you're in a relationship, whether it's with a friend, family member, or romantic partner, your vulnerability can foster deep emotional intimacy. But in the wrong environment, it can lead to hurt and disappointment. Therefore, it's crucial to protect your vulnerability by being careful about where you place it. While it's important to protect your vulnerability, it's equally important to never hide your heart. Your heart is the source of your compassion, love, and the energy that fuels your actions. It is your heart that allows you to connect with others on a meaningful level, to inspire, to nurture, and to build strong relationships. Your heart is where your dreams and ambitions are born, where your desires for a better life take root, and where your deepest values and principles reside. If you hide your heart, you are hiding the very essence of who you are. And without your heart, it is difficult to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. The key to maintaining a healthy relationship with vulnerability in your heart is balance. You must protect your vulnerability, but you should never let it cause you to close off your heart. There will be times in your life when you feel the need to shield your vulnerability from the world. You may need to retreat inward, take time for self-care, and heal from past wounds before you are ready to share your emotions again. This is a natural and healthy part of the process. However, during this time, don't close off your heart. Your heart is where your capacity for love and compassion reside. Even when you're protecting your vulnerability, keep your heart open. Allow yourself to love and care for others, even if you're not ready to be fully vulnerable with them yet. One of the most powerful things you can do is learn to set boundaries around your vulnerability while remaining open with your heart. Boundaries are a way of taking care of yourself and ensuring that your emotional needs are respected. By setting boundaries, you are protecting yourself from being overwhelmed or hurt by others. Boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines that allow you to engage with others in a way that is healthy and respectful. They allow you to share your vulnerability selectively with the right people, while still being able to give love and receive it in return. It's important to recognize that your vulnerability does not diminish your worth or strength. In fact, it is through embracing vulnerability that we become stronger. It is through vulnerability that we learn to trust ourselves and others, to grow from our experiences, and to create authentic connections. When you hide your vulnerability, you are also hiding your potential for growth. Vulnerability allows you to stretch beyond your comfort zone, to learn from your mistakes, and to build resilience in the face of adversity. It is through facing our vulnerabilities that we build emotional strength and maturity. But if you allow yourself to be too closed off, if you prevent yourself from ever being vulnerable, you limit your capacity to grow and evolve. While you protect your vulnerability, never let it lead to the shutting down of your heart. A closed heart is one that is cut off from the richness of life, from the love and connection that makes life meaningful. Your heart is what makes you human. It's what enables you to experience joy, love, empathy, and compassion. Hiding your heart means cutting yourself off from these experiences. It's essential to keep your heart open, to continue to love, care, and give even when it feels difficult. There will be times in life when you are hurt, disappointed, or betrayed. These experiences can make you want to withdraw, to protect yourself, and to shut down emotionally. But even in these moments, it's important to remember that your heart is your greatest strength. Protecting your vulnerability doesn't mean closing off your heart. It means creating space for self-care and healing so that you can continue to give and receive love. In the end, the key to a fulfilling life is striking the balance between protecting your vulnerability and embracing the openness of your heart. Vulnerability is an essential part of being human, but it must be shared with caution and discernment. You don't have to expose all of your inner struggles and insecurities to the world, but you should never shut off your heart. Your heart is the source of your love, your connection with others, and your emotional resilience. Never let your vulnerability stop you from sharing your heart. Learn to protect your vulnerability, but keep your heart open, because it is through love and connection that you truly live.